Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Students Homeopathy and let's learn together. Kant's philosophy is one of the important manuscripts of homeopathy. Understanding Kant's philosophy increases one's depth and acumen in homeopathy. So in this video, we will discuss lecture 17 of Kant's philosophy, that is the science and art. According to Hahnemann, three things are important for a physician to know in order to be a successful practitioner. So first one, how to gain or collect the information relating to disease necessary for cure. Second one, how to discover the disease producing power of the medicine. And last, what is the most effective method to apply the medicine to cure a disease. So now coming to the first point, how to gain or collect the information relating to the diseases that are necessary for cure. According to Kant, the information relating to disease can be gained through the study of disease. And the study of disease includes study of disease in general and study of disease in particular. So study of disease in general, or you may say study of common and pathognomonic symptoms of disease that are seen in every case of suffering from the same disease. And the study of disease in particular, that is study of individualizing symptoms of the disease which characterizes the patient or that differentiate one case of disease from another case suffering from the same disease. For example, running nose, thirst, sore throat, etc. are common symptoms of measles. But sore throat ameliorated by warm drink, anger when obliged to answer, etc. if present in a case, are individualizing symptoms of that particular case of measles. Now, a physician should study both common as well as the individualizing symptoms of the disease. So first we will discuss about study of disease in general. Diseases are of two types, acute disease and chronic disease. The acute diseases are due to acute miasms and chronic diseases are due to the chronic miasms. An acute miasm possesses period of prodrome, period of progress, period of decline, and also they tend to recover. Likewise, a chronic miasm possesses period of prodrome, period of progress, but no period of decline. It is continuous, never-ending, and ultimately leads to the death of the patient. So, let's first know about the acute diseases. Acute diseases are easier to study in comparison to the chronic ones as the symptoms are easier to be obtained in these cases. They are usually infectious. Remember, the indispositions that arise due to external causes are not acute miasms. After the external causes are removed, they get subsided. For example, headache resulted from loss of sleep gets relieved after a sound sleep. In indispositions, the cause of disease is external, that is from outside. But in case of true disease, the cause is from within, that is the influx of simple substance. Next, Kant wrote another important thing that in acute diseases, our first priority should be to prescribe for the patient as he is already suffering and need medicinal aid in urgent basis. As disease diagnosis has no role in selection of indicated remedy in homeopathy, in case of acute disease, we can postpone it till we finish prescribing the remedy. And after the prescription has been made, we should diagnose the disease but not for the purpose of selecting the remedy, instead to inform the patient's relatives that from what disease the patient is suffering from, and also for isolation and quarantine purpose. Next, coming to the study of chronic diseases. Chronic miasms are very deep miasms in comparison to acute ones and thus are not so easy to study. There are three chronic miasms, psora, psychosis and syphilis. The worst cases among the chronic diseases are those which are complicated by all the three chronic miasms. And ironically, nowadays, most of the chronic cases are of this category, which are the result of abuse of crude drugs. In these cases, that is the mixed miasmatic diseases. First, we have to antidote the effects of drugs those have been abused through appropriately selected homeopathic remedies so that we get the clear symptom picture of each miasmatic disease individually and prescribe for them accordingly. According to Kent, even the violent treatments like bloodletting, sweating, emetics and purgatives, etc. did not deteriorate the human race in that much rapidity which the small doses of concentrated drugs are doing nowadays. According to him, the slow and gradual effects of these concentrated mild forms of the drugs are much more dreadful than the sudden effects of violent preparation. This was all about the chronic diseases. Kent also has mentioned about a special class of chronic disease, that is, chronic diseases closely resembling acute diseases. They may manifest in two ways. First one, the periodical manifestations of the chronic disease. For example, periodical headache repeating itself at a regular interval. And the second one, acute exacerbations of chronic disease that are triggered by some external causes. For example, overeating causing diarrhea, debauchery causing headache, etc. However, unlike indisposition, they don't subside by themselves after the exciting causes are removed. It is because deep inside there is latent sora. This special class differs from the acute and chronic miasms in following points. They don't have period of prodrome. They don't have fixed period of progress. They may decline, but they don't have a fixed period of decline. Moreover, they are recurring. Next, the study of individualizing symptoms of the disease has been discussed by Kent under lecture 30 of his philosophy, that is individualization. You can watch the video on Kent's lecture 30 available on our channel. Next, the second point is that a physician should know, in order to be a successful practitioner, that is, how to discover the disease-producing power of the medicine. Disease-producing power of the medicine can be studied through study of matra medica, that is, records of drug provings, toxicological records, etc. And lastly, the third point is, what is the most effective method to apply the medicine to cure a disease? According to Kent, to know its answer, we have to study different systems of treatment and decide which one is the best among them. So let's discuss about them. Traditional or old school physicians classify diseases according to their name. They give importance to the pathognomonic symptoms, that is, the common symptoms of disease that helps in diagnosis. For example, Kaplik spot in measles, butterfly-like rash in SLE, etc. On the other hand, for homeopathic prescription, common and pathognomonic symptoms are of little value because homeopathic prescription is not dependent on disease diagnosis. For selection of homeopathically indicated remedy, we need those symptoms which individualize one case of disease from another case. If we record the common symptoms only, we will face problems during the next prescription. However, the common and pathognomonic symptoms are also important for a homeopath because they help to make diagnosis or name the disease that is necessary for reporting to the health authorities. For example, death reports, reports of communicable diseases, etc. And to isolate or quarantine, etc. And associate one disease with other diseases of similar type. So, the most effective method to apply the medicine to cure a disease is the homeopathic method. So, let's quickly summarize all this. Information relating to disease can be gained through the study of disease in general and in particular, that is, study of common symptoms of disease and individualizing symptoms of the disease. Diseases are broadly of two types, acute disease and chronic disease. An acute miasm has a period of prodrome, period of progress and period of decline. A chronic miasm has a period of prodrome, period of progress but no period of decline. Acute diseases are easier to study in comparison to the chronic ones. Indispositions that arise due to external causes are not acute miasms. In acute disease, our first priority should be to prescribe the indicated remedy. Diagnosis can be done after prescription is finished. There are three types of chronic miasms, that is psora, psychosis and syphilis. Chronic diseases, those are complicated by all three chronic miasms, are the worst cases among all. And in order to treat these cases, first we have to antidote the effects of drugs those have been abused. According to Dr. Kent, the slow and gradual effects of concentrated mild forms of drug are much more dreadful than the sudden effects of violent preparation. Chronic diseases closely resembling acute diseases may manifest in two ways: the periodical manifestation of the chronic disease and acute exacerbations of chronic diseases that are triggered by some external causes. A chronic disease closely resembling acute diseases don't have a period of prodrome, fixed period of progress, or fixed period of decline. However, it may decline. Disease-producing power of the medicine can be studied through study of Matra Medica. The most effective method to apply the medicine to cure a disease is the homeopathic method. So that's all for this video. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel Students Homeopathy, please subscribe it now and also click on the bell icon and select all so that you will not miss any of our informative, educational and interesting videos on homeopathy. And please provide your valuable feedback in the comment section. Also, we will love to answer your queries on this topic. Thank you for watching.